All right. Hello, everybody. We are back with another angel message of hope. And as always, these are simply intended to be light-filled, hope-filled, love-filled messages for you to support you in even better trusting and recognizing what your intuition may have been trying to tell you. So just going to pull a few angel cards. Let's see what wants to come through. And, oh, that was interesting. The whole deck just like flipped around in my hand. So the first one I see here is Entrepreneur. I've seen this card so many times. It's been a while, though. It has been a while. It says, self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance. We are your coworkers and teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure your success in all ways. Let me hold this up for you so you can see it. Okay, so the first thing I'm getting right now. So, are you in the space of considering becoming an entrepreneur, starting your own business, or taking your side hustle to, into becoming more full time? You may have heard the phrase "burn the boats." And again, as always, you are responsible for the decisions you make. But that might be coming up. Maybe it's just simply reference to because maybe you relate to it. Maybe that's been showing up for you a lot lately. So actually, I'm not going to dive into that yet. I'm not going to dive into burn the boats yet. I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not encouraging anybody to completely take a massive leap. And yet sometimes that's what's required. I mean, I completely get the concept. If we've got one foot in one world and one foot in another world, it's kind of unstable footing, right? And we could talk about that in a different context where it would then be more balanced footing. So let's just see. Let's see what else wants to come through, okay? We're going to pull another angel message from this deck and see what else wants to come through to expand on the message that's starting. Here we go. Love it. Go for it. See, they're like, okay, Kim's not going to say it. So then here, we need to spell it out for somebody. So they're spelling it out. Go for it. Go for it. Okay. What does this say? This says, your prayers and yeah, I'm just laughing. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path as it will take you very far indeed. Genesis, of course, Bible reference is coming to mind first. Don't compare your page 1 to someone else's page 250, right? Where you are on your journey is going to be unique to you. And there may be some element of you either being encouraged to keep your head down and focused on your work, right? Possibly, don't look up necessarily and look at what everyone else is doing, right? Keep your eye on the prize. And yet there might be a part of you that's like maybe trying to do that, but finding it hard, right? Because horses, like they see out at the side of their head practically or literally, right? I'm not a horse expert. I think that's how their eyes work. Okay. You could potentially be feeling like you're on display, feeling scared to, take that leap forward, right? Really put yourself out there. Okay, I'm going to see if there's one more from this deck as well. Is there one more message from this deck that wants to come through in service to this message of being an entrepreneur and going for it? Is there one more from this deck that wants to come through? Okay, what do we have? Assertiveness. It says, this situation can be healed gently and with love, as you've requested, yet there's also a need for your strength and truthfulness with the other people involved. We will stand right behind you as you speak your truth, giving you strength and guiding your words. Okay, So there may have been some significance in that for you. I'm not quite sure. But what I'm really getting is it's time to put your, I was going to say your free flag out, but that's not really what I meant. But put your flag out, right? Put your, what do they call that? Put your sign up. Put your post up. Announce yourself to the world around you. And we absolutely have a theme of purple showing up, which to me always symbolizes divine guidance. Yeah, you could be feeling extra vulnerable right now as you start to put yourself out there and let people see what you have to offer. Yep. Okay, what's at the bottom of the deck? Yeah. Innocence. This is what the angels want to do for you, is just wrap you up in their arms, nurture you like a baby, and also encourage you to nurture what you have to offer like a baby, right? To nurture it being the key word. To pour your love into what you do versus looking to the side at what everyone else is doing and, any criticism that might be coming your way. And I know how hard that is. I totally get that. Okay, let's see what else. We're going to move on to messages of life. And I try to keep these angel messages relatively short. So we'll just do a few more cards here. Let's see. What else? What else do you want us to know about this message? To expand on it. And I will say, I did ask. I said, is it possible we can get a slightly different message today? Of course, something that's relevant, right? Relevant for you. But so I love this because this is different. And yet we're getting a very similar card that we've gotten before. Unconditional love. You are loved. I'm getting, they really want you to shine your light. I'm getting this twofold. I'm getting it that you are unconditionally loved and they are beaming this love and guidance and light towards you and what it is that you want to create, towards your success. See how that light shining down around that person too? So that would also be a reflection of you receiving all of that light if you're open to it. And at the same time, this would be a reflection of you showcasing what it is that you have to offer. And I mean, that's one massive light beaming out of that person, right? Letting yourself be seen, letting your light be felt. And you are encompassed by the angels as you do so. There's the purple surrounding, right? The purple, it's like as you are beaming outward, you have all this protection and guidance and love all around you, even at the base of that light. Let's see, is there another one from this deck that wants to come through? One more from this deck. Okay. Love it. Okay, that's a few. I think it's just this top one here. What do we have? Appreciation. It says, appreciation. I am grateful for the abundance in my life. As I direct my thoughts towards all that is wonderful in my world, my troubles and worries lighten. With a full heart, I appreciate all that I have. Today, I accept what is as it is and choose to be satisfied. I express my loving thanks to the universe for the wealth that is mine. Okay, so notice this first card. We have this guy lighting his torch. Yeah, I really see it as, he's got that torch and he just stuck it in that fire so he could light his own torch to light the way. And then you went back home to your base where you live, and down at the bottom here, this is, he carried that torch back home, and there you go. The fire is still burning. And all of that light beaming out of, I'm going to call this an angel, right? So I know I'm using this as symbolism for a variety of things here, but as we look at it as light beaming towards you from the angels, that's the same light that is shining down from the heavens, and just allowing yourself to bask in it. And really, I'm getting focus. So, really being mindful of where your focus is, right? So if you're creating something and you've only got a few people that, seem to care or notice what you do, that's where your love goes then, right? It's to nurture that which is already in reciprocation of what you have to offer, and be in flow and in love with that. It's quality versus quantity. But the more you pour your love back into what's giving you love, it grows, it multiplies, it amplifies, and you simply feel better, which when you are feeling better, then what you create also shines brighter. So it's this, full circle reciprocal effect. You keeping your eye on the light, on the prize, receiving all that light, and at the same time extending your own appreciation. And we're talking about this because that's how things are going to grow. That's how things are going to blossom and unfold, right? There's kind of like this, we could interpret the forest that's behind this girl, and we've got a couple of tigers or cougars or whatever they are exactly. I don't know. Big cats, right? We got a couple of, you could be fearful of that, right? And so it could be like, ooh, that big forest with all those scary animals are just right behind me. They're right there. They're watching, ready to pounce any moment. And you are being asked, just like this unicorn, keep your head down, stay focused on the light, the appreciation. When you find yourself looking to the side at what other people are doing, or maybe the judgment that is, being directed towards you, then that's your reminder. Whoa. That's right. Bring it back inward. Nope. Continue to come back to focus on the light. Letting your light continue to burn and grow. This is, also just, this is what you're also growing. It's going to continue to burn. This is like a reflection of the light within you, but external to you. I hope that made sense. Yeah, and the more that you focus on the light, you allow that to, to feed you while you are also just giving back and in appreciation of it. It's really going to support you to elevate higher above, the version of you that could otherwise be preoccupied with what are people thinking, right? What are other people thinking? What are other people doing? Maybe you're comparing yourself to other people. I want to encourage you to not do that. We can take a look to see what other people are doing, simply to know, like, okay, what do I want to add? What do I want to tweak and all that, right? But you always want to be unique to you. What resonates most for you? It's helpful to have an awareness of what else is going on, but you always want to make sure that what you're doing is in resonance and alignment with you. And the more that you're in connection with this light, it's going to help you be in that higher vibrational space where you can see more of the big picture. Okay. Let's see if there's one more from this deck. Is there one more from this deck that wants to come through? Is there one more from this deck that wants to come through? Okay. Let's see. Oh, I love it. Okay, I don't think either of these cards have come out before. We have overcoming and attaining peace. Overcoming and attaining peace. The more you stay focused on the light, it's going to be so much easier to overcome the challenges that maybe you were afraid of before, or, whether they were imagined challenges or whether they were actual challenges that already manifested. Let's see. The card says, today in this great school of life, I practice self-discovery. By acknowledging that my fears, anger, and ego separate me from my divinity, I allow the light to grow inside me. This light gives me the power to reign over my inner kingdom. Today, I overcome all that separates me from the light that is my truest self. Exactly. You being in alignment with you, which we can externally see it as, oh, God, the angels, right? All of that. And yet it is also you. It's simply a way for you to be in deeper resonance and connection with yourself, alignment with yourself. And yeah, today in this great school of life, I practice self-discovery. So, I don't know if you've heard this before or not, but they say that becoming an entrepreneur is one of the, it's like one of the best personal development schools, or that there are. Like, you learn so much about yourself when you go in business for yourself. And I would agree with that. Yeah. And that's a great thing. That's a really, really great thing. Okay, the other one, we have attaining peace, and nice. And we've got the person on the horse again. And now they're at the edge, at the water's edge. Okay, let's read this. It says, today I turn within to find the source of my experiences. There I find the peace that comes from seeking truth. I understand that the riches I discover within myself have a greater value than all the wealth of the outside world. Step by step, I continue my spiritual quest. Little by little, I free myself, rising even higher and attaining true inner peace. Being an entrepreneur is absolutely a personal journey that one goes on when you embark on this. And what was it? I remember a few years ago talking with a business coach and saying something to the effect of, okay, I don't remember specifically, but it was something about oh, well, was somehow pointing out that, oh, well, this is personal development and this is like business development. And this particular person mentioned it's all one and the same. And I agree. It is all one and the same. If you are an entrepreneur, your personal life is absolutely going to impact your professional life. And I mean, we could say that even if you're not an entrepreneur, but especially if you're an entrepreneur. And so working on that all absolutely helps this, right? Working on your personal life absolutely helps your professional life, your business life, your entrepreneurial life. Yeah. I understand that the riches I discover within myself have a greater value than all the wealth of the outside world. Little by little, I free myself, rising even higher and attaining true inner peace. It all starts from within. That external wealth is a reflection of your internal wealth. And so what does that mean? That comes back to, are you loving on yourself? Are you pouring into yourself? Are you nurturing yourself? Just like the angels want to nurture you, and we talked about nurturing your business. Okay, but who's at the foundation of it? You are. Are you nurturing yourself? And one thing about this card is that it also has lots of music notes on it. So I was going to reference that earlier, but I didn't. So, you may find that music nurtures you. What are things that really help you to feel? And there might also be something with animals being like a partner to you, animals being a partner to you, animals being, a co-creator with you, being a friend to you, being a supporter to you. So whether that means, maybe you feel like you're on this entrepreneurial journey by yourself, and maybe you have a dog, and maybe your dog is like your biggest fan, right? Or your dog is your biggest supporter. And, at first the person was by themselves. See, there's a whole theme with fire, the light, a horse, and being on some sort of higher ground, a mountain, a cliff, but being up above. And so here we started with this person who was like, she even kind of has, okay, it's just a dress, but initially it actually looked like some sort of golden metal armor. So we started with the person who may have felt like they needed to protect themselves a lot. They're starting the journey. They're beginning. They're like, okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm diving in, and I'm learning to surrender. I'm surrendering to the light, and I am, I'm partnering up with this horse. This horse is coming along with me on this journey, and maybe that's simply spirit. Maybe that's simply your angels in animal form. Animals are so loving, right? So loving and so caring. And then here you are, you and your horse. You've come to, you've continued the journey, staying focused on the light. And now here you are at the water's edge. It's like this beautiful scene. Right here was a little more barren. And it was kind of like, okay, I'm still a beginner, and I'm doing my best to, maybe meditate and focus on the light and stay focused in general. And now here you are. It's like now you're even seeing even more like the gates, right? I was going to say the gates of heaven, but that's not really what I meant. It's like the new portals are opening up for you. So new opportunities, new, and that could be both ways. Could be new opportunities for you to move towards, or maybe these are new doorways or pathways that clients are going to come your way through these gates of light, these doorways of light. And this is making me think of those entrepreneurs who are like, they take their laptop to the beach, right? Or to the park. And it's like, okay, this is my office for the day. And that's what I see right here with you. Like, okay, I've got this beautiful forest with, the ocean that is washing up. And of course, the sun is shining bright. And this is my office for the day. I love it. That's beautiful. Okay, we're going to close out with a guardian angel message. And of course, today's is absolutely longer than I was anticipating, but hey, is what it is. It's all good. We have trust. Trust, it says, you are looking at a situation from a purely physical perspective, and therefore you cannot see the bigger picture and the blessings interwoven within this event. We, your angels, urge you to trust, for all will work out in the best way possible. Let go of your fear and apprehension and allow God's healing energy to flow to you. Trust, for all will heal in ways you never thought possible. So this is bringing me back to this one. Surrendering those burdens and just allowing yourself to release what is weighing you down. Hand it over to God, hand it over to your angels, whoever your higher power is that you connect with, hand it over. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to really feel that flow of love and support enter in. And the more you can sense it and feel it, the easier it's going to be to trust it. I'm going to see if there's anything else that wants to come through before we end this, because sometimes I watch these back and I'm like, oh, I get additional messages that I'm like, oh, I wish I had seen that earlier. So let me just see. Is there, compassion. The word compassion has showed up a couple times actually. So you may need to have more compassion for yourself and recognize that you are one. You are one with that light. Let's read this one. Oneness. Someone you dearly miss is forever present in your heart. Remember, dearest one, that even though there has been a physical parting, spiritually, those we love never leave us. Creation is eternal. Nothing is ever truly missing, for all is interconnected and ultimately one. So, is there, are you this person who's feeling like you're on this journey alone, and maybe you have a loved one on the other side who's trying to just show up for you and come through and be like, yes, I encourage you to, where is it? I don't see it. The one that says, oh, it's this one. I encourage you to go for it. I encourage you to go for it. You can do it. And maybe this loved one is giving you lots of signs all through animals, through the light, through the ways that people want to give to you. And you are being asked to some degree, surrender and relax into that. Allow yourself to be nurtured, and could be a parent. Is there a parent on the other side who's just wanting to adore you and help you to know how loved and supported you are on your journey? Maybe a parent that sees your innocence and loves you unconditionally. This became a really sweet message. I hope this was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, I invite you to give it a like, subscribe, share, or comment. I'd love to hear how it resonated for you. And just know you have so much support, so much love here with the angels that show up. And we can also say, from above, from there, from the light. And the more you talk to the angels and communicate with them and ask for their assistance, I am certain that more and more you are going to see it show up. And I encourage you to take notice. Notice the little things as well as the big things. There's going to be lots of little things that it's like, oh my goodness, that's in response to my request. So anyway, okay, I hope this was helpful. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you again soon.